everybody, and welcome back to the Cowboys Fan Show. Zach, the voice, and I, alongside Tyler T.O. Ortega and Kimberly Sports Skinny Temple. I got your name right this week.
You did.
How do you like that?
That's exciting.
Well, you know what time it is? It's time to introduce our Fan of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Dallas Cowboy fan Brendan Barella. Brendan, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I've been better. Hopefully to be back on 2 feet soon.
Hopefully. I mean, maybe you can go play quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
I'd probably do better than Brandon Whedon.
Hey, easy. Brandon Whedon's my boy.
Hey, sorry
for
about
the
that.
Yankees.
Sorry about that,
Cuts right
shots.
into it.
So how long have you been a Cowboys fan?
That's all I know since birth.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no need to apologize.
It's been tough. It's been tough for all of us for a while. Could be
heartbreak.
worse, though.
Yeah, the
we could be
heartbreak's
Jacksonville Jaguar fans.
Oh, hey.
All right.
Well, folks, it was a heck of a week for New Mexico sports, though. Not for the Cowboys.
It was.
Holly Holm, the UNM Lobos beating Boise State, both of them more than 30-point underdogs. So I'm going to change this set from blue to red in honor of Holly Holm and the UNM Lobos. I mean, that's why I'm wearing red.
That makes sense now.
Exactly. See, it all ties together.
Everyone's a Lobo.
Everyone's a Lobo.
There it is.
Woof, woof, woof.
Everyone's a
There we
Lobo.
go. Kimberly, take it away.
All right, so this week on The Huddle, I want to talk to you guys about a few things going on with the Cowboys. First off, Matt Castle has come out publicly saying he thinks the Cowboys are still focused and they still have every shot to win this. What do you guys think? Are they still in it?
I want to hear what he has to say because
Yeah,
of the
tell
face
us
he's
what you're
making.
thinking.
I'm just laughing just because that comment's kind of ridiculous. I think our season's pretty much a wash. We're done.
Yeah.
Being 2-7, there's really no coming back from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really couldn't agree more. I think at this point, you kind of just got to wrap it up, toss the season away. Let's get a good draft pick.
It was picked
Exactly.
off by the Miami defense. That's when he tossed the season away. I think you're right. I think the Cowboys, they're done, really, because they released
Yeah.
Brandon Whedon today. And
That's why.
the Cowboys are focused. They are focused on losing football games. It takes a great effort to lose 7 games in a row in this league. It really does.
Especially the way they lost them with the defense giving up a lead in 6 of the 7 games in the fourth quarter.
I mean, I couldn't agree more with you because everyone's putting the blame squarely on Whedon and on Castle and the offense. The offensive line is doing exactly what they need to do. Darren McFadden is on a different level, and Castle and Whedon both carried the team. I'm not going to say they were amazing, but this defense just is not stepping up for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't stop people from scoring points, then, I mean, obviously you can't win football games.
So what are you even getting paid for at that point?
Exactly.
Right.
Our secondary is looking absolutely awful. We couldn't stop a pass to save our lives right now.
Yeah,
yeah.
Morris
Not only that.
Claiborne got torched time and time again. I actually thought when he got hurt, I think it actually kind of helped our defense. They rotated.
They gave him a break.
Yeah, they rotated Byron Jones down to cornerback, put Wilcox back at safety. I thought that actually helped our defense
Yeah.
with Mo getting hurt there. Obviously best wishes on his recovery, but
Right.
the secondary got torched all day.
And penalties stricken as well.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So next up in the huddle, our second point, the Cowboys. Last week I brought up something that was a little bit more intense and not so fun to talk about. This week I thought I would pinpoint the good side of the Dallas Cowboys. They did some charity work this week. They served an early Thanksgiving dinner for the Dallas Salvation Army, and several of the players were there present, singing, goofing around, and having a really great time. And I think that while they are not winning games, they're still winning in their community, doing good things.
And look at the players that are there. I mean, you'll see Jason Witten there.
Yes.
You see, members of this offensive line there. Is that Dez that's there as well?
There's Dez, Lucky
Dez.
Whitehead,
Yeah.
I mean-
Byron Jones.
Look at the players that are there. These are, aside from Dez, who likes to talk it up on the field quite a bit, these are really good people. And I think Dez is a good person, too. Notice who's not there. Think about it. I'm not going to say his name. But you have to love what the Dallas Cowboys are doing out there for the Salvation Army. It's that time of year again. And, I mean, losing football games, that on the back burner.
Right.
Helping people out with food, with clothing, keeping them warm during this cold time of year. You have to love what the Cowboys are doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And I used to go to the Cowboys games every Thanksgiving growing up. One thing that I always remember being there was the great big Salvation Army buckets just lining the field going down the sidelines. Like these, the little red buckets. We all see them outside of Walmart.
Yeah.
Well, they had the huge life-size ones. I always thought that was a really cool thing for the Cowboys to do.
Yeah. I mean,
That's something I always appreciate seeing when athletes or teams, any kind of public figure, goes out of their way to do something nice, even if they're told they have to. It's still they're going that extra mile.
And that's another reason our set is red then. The
Yes.
Salvation Army, because seriously, it's a great thing. It really is.
It really is.
Because there are so many negative things we talk about on this show, and
Right.
whether it's the play of the game or anything like that. this is what matters.
Yeah.
Football doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So, but what's next?
It really doesn't. So coming up, this third point on the huddle, Tony Romo, how is he going to look when he comes back? So I know he's probably been doing a little bit of practice, but he hasn't been in the game situation for a while. So how is he really going to pull that out? Do you think he's going to be just as good as he was before?
In all honesty, coming back from a collarbone injury and upper body injury, especially when you throw the football as hard as you got to do, I think that's going to be tough to come back from. Like Kim said, he hasn't had any game time reps. Practice and game time are two completely different scenarios.
Absolutely.
But Tony Romo being Tony Romo, I feel like he's going to have a decent game. Maybe 1 or 2 interceptions being Tony Romo.
And the Miami secondary.
Right, the Miami secondary is awesome this year. So, I think it's going to be a tough day for him.
Yeah.
Would you have to agree? I mean, is it too little too late? I asked you that on the opening segment, but I mean, you can get a little bit more into detail now.
Well, I mean, it's too little too late in the sense that we didn't win any games while he was out.
Yeah.
I mean, had we won some games while he was out of those 7, we would still be alive and well. But in the sense that we lost every single game while he was gone, it is too little too late. I mean, the best we can do now would be 9-7, which, in the NFC East would get you into the playoffs. But Romo's been running scout team over the last couple of weeks, and the coaches are saying he looks like Tony Romo. Whatever that means, I just hope he can get some W's on Sunday.
It's November, though, so does he look like September, August, October Tony Romo? Or does he look like he's getting closer to, December, January?
I think he kind of shook that last year.
Okay.
I think he kind of shook that off last year. Romo's getting a little bit older. He's getting a little bit more mature. A little bit more wiser. He's not making he's not trying to be the gunslinger like he was, just 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
I think one of the main points that Tony Romo needs to focus on Sunday is Jason Witten. He's been pretty quiet ever since he's been injured, or since Tony Romo has been injured out of the game. Jason Witten's barely had any action. I have him on my fantasy team, and it's been killer, personally.
Thank you. Exactly.
I've had to bench him since Tony Romo's been out. So I'm hoping that him and Des Bryant and Jason Witten can show some good chemistry that they've had at the beginning of the season.
Witten got us, 18 in week 1?
18,
and
something
I
like
had
that.
to drop him. I picked up Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know. Sorry.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, Tony Romo, is he the answer for the Cowboys? Yes, he's the answer.
Yeah.
But that answer is maybe. All right. But we will take a break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back with T.O.'s scouting report and keys to the game. You're watching the Cowboys Fan Show. Don't go anywhere.